Go across to some news which is coming in from the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court of India has dismissed a review petition which was filed by Bilkis Bano seeking review of the May 2022 judgment which had held that the Gujarat government had the jurisdiction to decide the remission applications of 11 convicts even though the trial was held in Maharashtra. Ananya tracks the Supreme Court for us. Over to you, Ananya.
This is a big setback to all the convicts in this. In fact, it's a big setback to Bilkis Bano when this review petition has been dismissed by the topmost court of the country. And we'll have to see a reasoned order because remember that reviews are heard in chambers in the Supreme Court has now dismissed a petition filed by, in fact, the victim in this case, Bilkis Bano, seeking a review of the particular judgment which had allowed the Gujarat government to actually look at this particular application through the 2012 the remission policy of the Gujarat government. And now a specific challenge to this review, in fact, to this judgment has now been dismissed. However, what lies with Bilkis Bano at this moment of time is the writ petition that is there before the Supreme Court of India, which is yet to be heard. Apart from that, there are multiple public interest litigations which are also lying there, challenging the particular remission that was given out to these 11 convicts in the Bilkis Bano gang rape and murder case. So now it would be a matter of time, and we'll get to see after the vacations as to how the Supreme Court actually deals with these particular petitions that are still pending in the court of law in this particular case. Ananya,
any idea, if you can explain to us the grounds on which, if any, this review petition has been dismissed?
Well, no specific ground has at this point of time has been mentioned, and very, very clearly what we know at this point of time is that a detailed order in this particular case would be there. In fact, remember that this judgment had actually challenged the judgment that was rendered by Justice Ajay Rastogi 2022 and challenging this particular order. Now, Bilkis Bano had locked the doors of the court. And remember that this can also be a very, very important limitation, can also be a very important ground on which this petition could have been dismissed because it is a very, very delayed petition when it comes to the 2022 judgment of the topmost court of the country, which had allowed the Gujarat government to actually review these particular appeals, in fact, under the 2012 remission policy of the Gujarat government.
Okay, so Ananya, I know there'll never be a political closure to this, and I'm already seeing that political war has broken out over it. But legally speaking, would you say this is it? This is the legal closure?
Well, definitely it's not the ultimate closure because, see, already the Supreme Court is looking at various public interest litigations that they're challenging the remission that was granted to all of these convicts. And we will see that a hearing takes place on that, particularly after the vacations of the topmost court of the country. The winter vacations actually end, and we see a hearing on this take place. In fact, a writ petition is also pending before the Supreme Court of India by Bilkis Bano, and we'll have to see as to what would be the fate of that petition as well.
Okay, so just before we get some more reactions coming in, and if you could just recap for those who are joining in now, what was this review petition all about, and what is the stand of the family has been on this, and why did they decide to go in for it?
Well, remember that, in fact, this review petition was filed by Bilkis Bano. Bilkis Bano actually filed two petitions. One
I'm sorry to interrupt you.